Last time I told you why I think that Lego-based therapy training is necessary, crucial to organize and run your own therapy. Today I will talk about pathological demand avoidance. So, in this episode of Bea Inclusive TV, you will find out what it is, the pathological demand avoidance, and I will guide you how to prepare yourself and where to find help if your school is looking after a child with PDA. You will get the list of the literature on the topic and my recommendations. And also, you will be able to use at least three simple strategies to effectively support children with PDA. And lastly, you will find out who will get the Lego Duplo, my first car creations, and the Lego mug that I used in the last vlog. If you're new to me, my name is Bea and I'm advocating truly inclusive school provision. I support eclectic and holistic approach, and as the autism need practitioner, I was using many different interventions to suit my individual children's needs. One of the best therapies that I'm passionate about is Lego-based therapy, as I saw the effectiveness of the approach and the positive change in children and adults' emotional and behavioral responses, language, communication and social skills. So here's me inviting you to follow my journey in creating truly inclusive provision that helps you to support children and develop your skills. Are you ready? Let's go! So let me start with saying that PDA, pathological demand avoidance, is widely considered to be part of the autism spectrum or one of the autism spectrum conditions. I was working in mainstream school and I had 3 different children with PDA, 2 boys and 1 girl. They all were similar, challenging for adults and different from one another, expressing different characteristics. So, what are the characteristic features of the PDA profile? Well, PDA is best understood as an anxiety-driven need to be in control and avoid other people's demands and expectations. So, the main feature of PDA that also gives the name to the condition is resisting and avoiding the ordinary demands of life. The demands could include suggestions that it's time to finish or start the activity, to go to assembly, time to eat, time to put the coat on, join the activity, etc. At times, any suggestions, comments or praise made by another person can be perceived as a demand and cause extreme level of anxiety that can lead to challenging behavior and meltdown. Children can also use straightforward refusal or outburst of explosive behavior and aggression. Before they explode, they usually use many different types of social manipulation in attempt to avoid the demands. So usually they will try to distract you first, or they will give you excuses such as, sorry, I can't do it, I'm not here. They will try to negotiate, they will refuse, or they may withdraw themselves into fantasy. They may walk away, or shout, scream, throw things, which could lead to physical or verbal outbursts or aggressive attacks. The next feature of the PDA is that they appear sociable on the surface, but they lack in depth in understanding. Children with PDA usually seek out interaction and seem people-orientated. They very often appear as overconfident socially, which mask the difficulties with anxiety. They can be misleading and overpowering and may overreact. Children with PDA have difficulty seeing boundaries, especially between children and adults. They also have difficulties accepting social obligation and taking responsibility for their actions. They can become overfamiliar or bossy. The next feature of the PDA is that children or people can display expressive mood swings and impulsivity. Children with PDA can suddenly switch from one mood to another, and the emotions shown can be extremely dramatic and over the top. Children with PDA experience extreme difficulties with regulation their emotions, and this switching of mood often seems to be driven by the child's need to control and makes them unpredictable. Right, let's move on to the next characteristic, which is being comfortable in role play and pretend. So children with PDA are often highly interested in role play and pretend, but they can be very controlling of the play of their peers or adults. Lastly, children with PDA can display obsessive behavior that is often focused on other people. So children with PDA frequently have a strong fascination with pretended characters and scenarios or fixations which often revolve around specific individuals they interact with. This can result in blame, victimization and harassment that causes problems with peers' relationships. Of course, there is more characteristic of the PDA, and I suggest that if you have a child with PDA in your school or your setting, then you must prepare your setting to deal with that child. Dealing and supporting children with PDA is difficult for adults, so I will tell you that my first strategy that will help you to be successful in supporting them is to train your whole school in the PDA matter and choose the team that will be looking after the child carefully. But B, you will say, why to train the whole school if I have only one child with PDA? Well, from the special education need and disability leader point of view, training one person is insufficient. The child will be getting from one class to another, plus if other staff will not understand this condition, they may create more stress and anxiety for that child and themselves. So, if you are leading your school or setting, this way you will fulfill your duties to care about your staff and children's safety and mental well-being. I'm telling you that supporting the child with PDA can be mentally difficult, and you will have to work cooperatively as a team to help the child. Also, I promise you that all the skills and knowledge from the training will benefit all your children and improve your staff skills. Please do not overlook the well-being of staff who look after the PDA child. Okay, my next advice is to consider a suitable and positive personality match to look after the child. Somebody who is a great listener and can use body language to guide the child, knows how to use invitation approach, how to use positive language, knows how to think and wonder aloud, use indirect communication. Somebody who is flexible and can make accommodations, who can use socially complex language, use drama and role play, use novelty and variety, knows how to use distraction, planned ignoring, who knows how to decrease anxiety, reduce possibilities of meltdowns and can deal with them, can use humor, allow plenty of thinking time, and have always plan B. Please remember that sometimes it's better to not react, and the behavior will improve. More control of a PDA child will cause more anxiety. So, the less you react, then the better it gets. Just be kind. Don't take it personally. My last advice is to promote self-awareness, emotional well-being, and social skills development. You can use yoga, pet therapy, mindfulness, Lego therapy, drama, etc. This way you can lower the anxiety and improve coping strategies. There is plenty more to know about PDA to understand and help your child, and tons of strategies that can help you and your child. I'm not able to squeeze everything in this episode, but I promised you that I will guide you where to find more information. So, let me give you some book recommendation first. As usual, there is plenty of books, but my favorite and the first that I read is The Understanding the Pathological Demand Avoidance Syndrome in Children, a guide for parents, teachers and other professionals. So I think I've got it here, so this is what I'm talking about. So that's The Understanding Pathological Demand Avoidance Syndrome in Children. That's the first one and the basic one that I recommend to read. The next one would be the collaborative approaches to learning for pupils with PDA strategies. This one is for the education professionals. It's really good and it will tell you how to cooperate with adults and how to support the team. The next one, which I really like, is the PDA Paradox by Harry Thompson. And this author, it's a public speaker and PDA expert by experience. There is more that you can read, and I will place for you the list of the literature that I'm aware of and I can recommend. And also there is the Pathological Demand Avoidance Society, which is a charity that provides information, support and training for parents, carers, professionals and individuals with pathological demand avoidance. I will place the link below this video, the link to the website. Okay, there you have it. I hope that you find this episode of the vlog, Bea Inclusive vlog dedicated to PDA, useful. So let me finish by quoting Harry Thompson, who I met at the National Autistic Society conference, and you can find this quote on page 19 of his book. This is what Harry said. I have always instinctively done the opposite of what people expect of me. Unless, of course, people expect me to do the opposite of what's expected of me, which can be an even bigger problem. I wonder, what do you think? How your school is prepared to deal with PDA children? Do you feel supported by your school leaders? Do you work collaboratively as a team? Please comment below the video and consider subscribing to my channel, as this will help me to create more videos like this one and more people will be able to learn for free. Right, I nearly forgot about the giveaway items. So let me first thank you for all of you who commented. This week Lego Duplo set goes to Vicky. A Lego mug that, according to the instruction you can drink from, goes to Maria. Congratulations, and let me tell you how grateful I am for every single comment. Next week, I will answer one of the questions that I've received from a special needs teaching assistant, a case study, and I will give you some strategies on how to help a non-verbal child that expresses their challenging behavior. Until next time, with love, Bea.